How's it going, pals? This is Ernez, and today we have a teaser for the Wrestling Code, our first bit of in-ring action, sort of. So before we get into that, I do want to say that thank you so much for 1.5 million views on the channel. I never thought I would say anything even close to that, so I'm really happy with it. And even though I get down sometimes about, things on the channel, that really blew my mind to see a number that big presented to me. So thank you so much for everybody who viewed my videos and has subscribed. And speaking of subscribing, I'm trying to hit 5.5K by July. If you can help me out with that, if you haven't subscribed, then please do so by hitting that subscribe button. Okay, and now not to plug myself, let's just jump right into it. I'm not even going to show or say anything here. Let's just watch it real quick, and then we'll have a discussion after.
Bada boom. My name is Enzo, and I am a certified G and a real one, and you can't teach this. Bada boom, realest one in the room, how you doing? And if you step in the ring and want to go toe-to-toe with Zoe, you're gonna find out that there's only one word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-W-F-D. Swift! Bitch, bada boom.
Okay, now first of all, I want to say keep in mind that this is alpha footage. So, I mean, it's their very first thing, and they are just showing off the lighting, the textures, what the in-ring promo will sound like, things like that. And honestly, I thought it was pretty good. It was a nice little teaser of what's to come and, how they're doing things. And I do want to say as well, this is their first time with motion capture too. And to be honest, for a first time, that's actually really good. They're really focused on trying to make it the best way possible that they can. Even though it's their first time, they're really pushing, that, and having Enzo there is really helping with that. And yeah, it looks good. But what I wanted to know, and the reason why this video is a little late, is I wanted to know what everybody else was feeling, because it's a conversation, it's not always going to be good. So let's see what other people are saying. So first of all, we have Adam Zielinski. I hope I'm saying that name right. This looks way better than the WWE games. Can't wait. It's been, I've been following this game for a while. So he thinks it even looks better than the WWE games. I don't know if he's overhyping or he actually thinks that, but that's a really good first impression. If you think that with just the first alpha, then they're doing something right. Next up, we have the Messiah of Maggle. This is an incredible, more realistic feel I've ever seen to a game. I'm so hyped, definitely purchasing. So he thinks it looks realistic. Me personally, I did think it was a little stiff, but once again, it is just an alpha. It's just a teaser. They're going to, get with that. They're going to polish that up. They're going to make the hair move a little better. They even said that, it'll be better in the final version and things like that. I also want to say credit to Smack Talks for some of this information, and also for the screenshot that I'll show later on in the video. Yee says, y'all are doing an amazing job. Glad you guys aren't rushing it. Can't wait to see the finished product. And that's the way I feel too. If you don't rush a product, it comes out better in the end, other than Cyberpunk, I guess. And, but yeah, that's the way I feel too. Faded said, for alpha footage, this looks great. Very excited to see what's coming or what's to come. And yeah, that's the way I feel as well. For alpha footage, I really enjoyed it. Brian FTW said, that doesn't look half bad. Looks pretty decent. Can't wait to see what the rest of the game looks like. Cosmic Andromeda said, calm down, folks. Don't get too hyped. Remember Cyberpunk. That's what I just got through saying. There is a chance of that always. Even if you do take your time, there's a chance that it won't be up to par with what everybody's feelings are. And I don't think he's like really bashing the game too much. I just think that he's saying, hey, don't get too hyped about it and your expectations are over what the product is. But yeah, I kind of agree with that. Then we have Yeet saying, okay. So I don't think he was too impressed. You Better Believe It says, everyone is such a simp. This footage is nothing to get hyped about at all. Even if it's a concept, they should have never showed this. And I get that. I actually seen this comment a lot, that they should have never shown this, especially for people that don't know like behind the scenes things or what alpha means. It can be kind of daunting. You see something like that and you're like, oh God, is that what it's going to look like? They don't realize that it's going to be more polished and things like that. So I kind of get that too. Kaioken91 said, character model looks good. Animations look like shit. People need to have super low expectations for his game. VB are unproven, and even the art games they assisted with, they were like the fourth string developers. This isn't going to be the amazing game they promised people. This is going to be PWX 2.0. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't think that it's going to be PWX. I feel like that it's going to be, if you don't know what PWX is, well, basically it's a video game that was really hyped, a wrestling game, and then it just didn't meet up to it at all. Like, it's like 99 cents, I think, right now. So yeah, it didn't meet up with it at all. But I don't think that's a proven thing. I do think they are a little unproven, but not in the wrestling world, as I should say, the wrestling game world, but I don't think they're unproven when it comes to video games. Like, their games are very well polished. Art games they kind of assisted with, so you can't really, meet it with that. But, if you play the Army game, you will realize it's actually a pretty good game. It's very balanced, very polished. It looks like a good AAA game. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with this, but I understand where he's coming from. So we even have some, complaints about Enzio being there so much. It says, really dislike how he is becoming the poster boy for this game. I don't think Enzio is becoming a poster boy for, say. I just think he's there helping with the animations, helping with the mocap. And, they greatly appreciate that because it's coming from a real life wrestler, You don't get that very often. And they're doing these mocap in a basement, like literally their basement because of Corona and things like that. So him being there is helping them a lot. So, of course, they're going to say things about Enzio and things like that. Joey Puckett said, this actually made me less excited for the game. The ring, the ropes, the camera, and the lighting look off. Don't get me wrong, the more wrestling games, the better. It just looks really stiff. So once again, I don't know if this is one of those things where they don't realize that it's alpha footage, but I understand, once again, somebody looking at this, they may not understand what all that means, and they're like, ugh, I don't like that, or why did they show that? So, yeah. So I think that's all I'm going to show for today. I believe that gave a good little, series of what people think more than what I think, because what I think is going to be a little biased. I have been in virtual basements, little area for this whole time. I've made many videos on them, and I just didn't want this video to come off as biased. My opinions, if you're wondering, I really like it. I know that they will polish it up. They work really hard. They ask a lot of questions when it comes to like their beta testers and people they show things to. They asked a lot of questions. They want brutal honesty as well. They don't want you to just go, oh yeah, that looks great. They literally thrive on you saying, hey, I don't like this, or this doesn't look right to me. They will pick that up and they will go, oh, okay. And they, sometimes they'll even show it again and be like, hey, is this better? Even just little things such as pictures that they put on Twitter. They've even done that in their Discord before. So I do think that this company is trying to achieve the best game that they can. And honestly, any passion that is put into a project like that, I will support. So that's where I'm standing here. I can't wait to see more. I really am excited for the future and what it holds. Could it end up badly? Of course, but I don't think so. So let me know how you feel about in the comments below. I might make a follow-up video and see what other people are feeling in the next coming days. So let me know if you would like that as well. And as always, you can be a pal and subscribe.